Hello and welcome to Mid-Level Masters League, Season 2, Day 2. I am the commentator and streamer CH Final, and with me are our fellow commentators Kasha and Scrim. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good, that's good.
I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime. But yeah, today's match will be a 1-7 Skivva versus Darksphere, Ragna versus Jubei.
Yes.
Lore,
And,
kinda.
Well, I guess since the players are not here yet, we have a little bit of time to recap. There's a new format this season, so if you see the blue icons, that's because there's two different divisions now. Blue is Masters, gold is Grandmasters, which is higher. So today we will be seeing two of the Masters play against each other, and the loser could possibly be knocked out. So there's quite a bit on the line. Yeah, so if they lose, they'll be in quote-unquote relegation, which means if any players, the top two players in the actual mid-level Masters tournament, will get a chance to play them for their spots. So if you guys are interested in entering that tournament, I'll post the sign-ups over here in the chat. But for now, Skivva versus Darksphere is what we'll be having today, and then next week we'll have Chaotic versus Elton and Sate Zero versus Yacht.
And due to some unfortunate scheduling errors or people being busy, we had to cut down the amount of sets from 2 to 1 for both days actually this week. So
That's right, yeah.
but next week we should probably be back on track.
Yeah, there should be 2 matches in one day next week, but we shall see. Our players have arrived, which means we'll probably be starting shortly.
Yep.
I think both of these players are new to our event, and I know both of them are very excited to get a chance at an event like this.
I know I was looking at the Mid-Level Masters chat, and both of them were commenting on how nervous they are. And how they're excited to get into it. But speaking of getting into it, it's like
I'm pretty nervous for my turn as well.
Yeah, well, you had your one match yesterday after the stream.
Oh, what league am I in?
You're in Challenger.
Nice.
Oh, wait, am I in Challenger as well?
No, there's only one Challenger.
No. No, impossible. How could this be? But here we go. Darksphere versus Skivva, 1-7, starting
By the way,
now. Oh,
Are all of these matches gonna be 1-7?
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
We decided to like standardize
Yeah.
the length a little bit.
I think 1-7 is a good number. In my
That's news to me, but there you go. It's probably news to all of you too. These are all be 1-7.
Yeah.
And here we are.
And Jubei versus Ragna, teacher versus student.
That's right. How do you feel about this matchup?
I don't think it's particularly. Ooh,
not the
Very
best
nice.
burst from Darksphere, unfortunately, but Skivva making really good use of it.
yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it particularly favors any character. I know Skivva said he was practicing his crouch confirms, since of course Jubei is always crouching. But I think the way these lower level matches or mid level matches go is it definitely favors whoever has the momentum, right?
I definitely agree with that.
So I think whoever's going to be able to put on the pressure first will get a pretty big advantage.
I mean, so far it hasn't been too one-sided.
Yeah.
Both these players seem to be poking around each other a lot, right? Taking their turns when it comes to applying pressure, resetting back to neutral if they feel it's a little bit unsafe. Oh, but he gets opened up by 2D.
Well, just thinking about it though, there are a lot of things I believe Ragna has over Jubei. A very easy and powerful crouch confirms, for instance. He has a very powerful reversal He has a good jump-ins, which Jubei can't deal with because he's a very
Yeah.
mediocre anti-air. But what is it that Jubei has over Ragna you can use him?
Mobility, by far.
Yeah, I
But
think he's one of the few characters that can whiff punish Ragna's 5B reliably since he has his own dash mechanics. And he's got a lot of tricks that I think can mess up Ragna's normal game plan. Like, obviously, if Jubei decides to do cross-ups, then DP inputs will get eaten in counter hits. So, right there we saw Darksphere run away around pretty quickly once he got the hit.
That is true. Ragna is made out of paper. Jubei actually has pretty alright damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do notice Skivva is recognizing that if you're too far, you cannot do the crouch confirms 60 with it. So, good awareness.
Speaking of whiff punishing, that was a good whiff punish here.
Yeah, I think that's one of Jubei's strengths, is being able to reliably whiff punish.
Yeah, that backdash forward dash is really, really great for him.
It is one of the unique movement options that Jubei has.
Skivva with the wake up DP.
Yes.
Uses the
Ragna
rapid,
classic.
makes it
Oh,
safe.
it's
Oh wait, that's not safe.
I'm actually surprised that didn't come. Like, I know under most
Yeah.
circumstances that won't, but not only was that a fatal, but Jubei's always crouching, so I figured that would have picked up the slack, but his 5's a little too slow.
Yeah.
Alright.
Ooh,
It's him on the other
tricky.
side.
Yeah.
Nice. I will say this about Jubei is that this won't kill. but-
Yeah. Well, actually,
It
it'll
might.
probably kill.
Ah,
Wow. 4.3k off of that. Very nice.
Yeah, breaking 4 is actually pretty uncommon for Ragna. He usually averages around 3k consistently.
3.5 ish.
Yeah, getting 4k usually requires heat or like a very situational starter and confirm.
yeah. Well, Skivva proven me wrong there. Picking up the slap with the Ragnar. But I think that was obviously a pretty close first game. I know both players said they were a little bit nervous going in, and I do see a little bit of it, but overall, I think we're seeing solid, like nothing like crazy bad's happening. I do notice that Darksphere is getting away with jumping out of pressure a lot in Bear,
Yeah.
so he's gonna have to take note of that.
It's true, and while it is true that Skivva did take game 1, the round that he lost was a perfect.
Yes.
We've seen that Darksphere does have the potential to run away with the round if given the opportunity.
Jubei's anti-air, which is probably one of the worst anti-airs in the game.
It's definitely not that great.
No, it's one of the few anti-airs I'll admit is worse than mine. That's saying something.
That is saying something.
Oh, there's the fatal. This is one of Jubei's better starters. That should be death. There we go.
Very nice.
Another perfect, actually. Speaking of that,
Yeah, Jubei, I think one of the advantages you have with playing a more unique low to mid tier, or even just in general, is obviously people don't have matchup experience. There aren't really Jubei, like the only Jubei on PC that we have otherwise is Mitsuyoshi. The rest of them are inactive. So if you haven't played either of them, then you don't have Jubei experience.
Is an overhead coming up from Darksphere. Skivva retaliating with the DP after Darksphere drops that combo. That's
that is very unsafe.
yeah, that's you punish that. Now,
Even with the rapid, he actually still got punished.
Yeah, he did it so late that it didn't work. A little too far, but oh, he could have come with that.
60. There we go.
This'll
Get that
go
free
for
crouch
sure.
confirm in. Corner scissors. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, he
Or-
just did.
Yeah, that was definitely Carlos' right there, but it's alright. It's alright. The end justifies the means. Drops are okay as long as you win the round, right?
That's right.
But yeah, the thing with Jubei is if you don't have experience against him, and a Jubei player knows a lot of tricks, it's really rough. Like there's so many different things he has. He's got instant overheads, really strong fireball Oki actually. Obviously we talked about the whip punching. Stuff like that,
Yep.
where Jubei has his own special overhead, which means he can use it like Gauntlet Hades. Where
Do
he
you
can
have to
throw it
rapid
anywhere.
it if you get a counter hit? to continue the
I
combo?
don't
No, not on
think
counter.
so.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
You
what
have to
I
wrap it
thought.
on you either wrap it on a regular hit or you go into his install, which essentially works as a rapid, but more
Gotcha.
permanent.
Oh,
Alright.
this,
Oh,
if you
we're
get the
going
combo
for the
right.
OD.
Kill.
Yep.
This will kill, assuming no drops.
Yeah.
Oh no, but he drops it!
And that's actually gonna cost him the game.
You know, it's what I always like to say, right? Drop combos kill.
I
kill
do
you.
think that, like, obviously Ragna OD combos, like, a lot of things link into each other. But the one thing you need to be careful of is, like, being close to the corner that will bounce them off the wall. You need to do the,
Yeah, you gotta run up 3C.
yeah.
Well, you could also do like the special corner variants that don't side
Yeah.
swap. But
That's a little unfortunate there, but that's just part of the thing. You gotta be cognizant of where the corner is and how it'll interact with your combo.
Definitely, situational awareness when it comes to confirming. Very, very important. I do agree with that. It's also, I feel as though it's kind of difficult too. Something you need a lot of experience in. Just a lot of
Yeah,
play time.
actually, if there's one thing about Ragna OD, it's like you have so many different options of how
Yeah.
you want to combo. It just
Yeah.
like all works together.
Right.
So maybe he got a little bit overwhelmed with the options.
That one was at a really awkward location too.
Mhm.
if you're ever unsure of how close you are to the corner, you want to make sure your combo doesn't drop. I recommend instead of going for Nightmare Edge, go for Gauntlet Hades. Because in OD,
Yeah.
Gauntlet Hades has so much hit stun that you'll land, you continue the combo, and you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about side swapping.
It doesn't actually combo, I'm pretty sure, but no tech gives him a nice juicy almost 3k. Blocks the overhead is very nice.
Oh,
Oh.
I think that
I'm
was
sure-
a instant overhead.
Yeah,
head?
Yeah.
that's supposed to be an overhead, but that's kind of a straight jump rather than a forward jump.
Right. Oh,
Ouch.
gets caught by the rapid. Uses the burst. Unfortunately,
Yeah, I think-
he dies with full meter.
I'm interested in seeing that Darksphere is using a lot of Jubei rapids. Usually the Jubei almost always go for the install for the first rapid and then rapid if needed. But perhaps he's not too confident in the install. I know I'm not on Jubei.
Ouch.
I don't even have Jubei.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I think Skivva's really getting caught off guard with, like, it feels like he's getting hit in spots that he doesn't even realize that Jubei can hit him in.
Yeah.
Like right there, I don't know if he really even expected 2B to reach that far.
Oh,
I mean, 2B is
oh,
easily
Oh.
Jubei's best normal.
Yeah,
that was a kind of late DP, but it's alright.
alright.
Nice.
Nice.
IED air grab. What a read.
Another burst from Mr. Darksphere. He's been using a lot of his bursts for momentum. As soon as he gets hit, even if it's the thing you can really combo off of, just burst, turn yourself to neutral.
Ooh.
Nice anti-air.
I wonder
Next
if he
hit
could
will-
have killed there with super.
I'm pretty sure actually he could have continued the combo in the first place by using his drive.
Oh.
Wow, what a cautious read, but I cancels it. Doesn't get to confirm.
It's close.
And oh,
No,
no,
where's the
no
punish?
punish. Whoa, wait, what's going? What?
Oh
Punish.
no, where's the other punish? The panic setting in, no punishes on 2 moves.
That's right. There was a lot of panic there. You could easily tell by how many opportunities both players had to find each other, and neither player was able to be in the right frame of mind to take that punish there.
Yep.
It looks like Mr. Darksphere finds himself in the corner now.
Yep.
Alright, jumps out of dead spike.
Hopefully that doesn't
course.
affect his mental game too much. We got
Nice.
just. Oh, nice
Yeah, see,
confirm.
Jubei can extend his combo there. If he had done that in the second round there, he would have actually taken the game.
Yeah.
Here, but 5D unfortunately not connecting. Oh, interesting choice there. I wonder if he wanted a green grab or not. But
Fireball
either
Oki
way.
setup. Gets snuffed out by the DP.
So the
Yeah.
advantage of having a projectile Loki is the fact that you can block while forcing them to block, and it does beat out DPs, but Darksphere was not ready for that DP there.
alright, look at that.
Just keep it clean. Keep it simple. I like it.
That's exactly what we're talking about with the whip punish. Like, right in there with the 2V and cleans it out. 2-1.
For Jubei is a pretty uncommon character, as you mentioned earlier. And for those of you unaware, Jubei has some unique movements in that particular scenario. If you backdash and forward dash with Jubei, he actually gets huge bursts of momentum and speed, more so than regular dashing would grant you. It's just like a Jubei specific thing.
Yeah.
And by doing that into 2B, you can close like half the screen while also hitting them low, a long range poke. It's also plus, I believe, is 2B's plus.
Yeah.
So
Plus.
it is a very scary prospect, allowing him to whip punish very easily.
Yeah, and I think a lot of Ragnas are used to having like a huge ground game advantage because of 5B and 5C, but you can't really just throw it out in a matchup like this. So
Yeah, definitely have to
We're
be
gonna
more
have to
aware of that
see.
option.
a little bit more adjustment here. I also think that Skivva needs to start taking advantage of Darksphere's like just burying and jumping out of pressure.
I feel like Skivva is falling into like the basic Ragna pressure trap where it's XX into 2D death spike, which everyone knows and everyone can jump out of.
Yeah.
I like what he did because he's been doing those extended strings like you said, and Darksphere's not mashing or doing anything, so if your opponents are secting you like that, then you may be able to do the early mix-up, which he did. Nice.
Oh, that was not 5C though. You couldn't use 5C
That
in
was
that
a
situation.
very ambitious punish for sure. And also, I didn't get a chance to mention it, but once again, we turned to neutral when Darksphere just jumped out of Death Spike, again being very linear with his pressure.
Yeah. Alright. No crouch confirm, but still solid damage. A little bit slow on the confirm, but he'll pick it up.
And we got the cross-up JB. All our characters JBs do have a reverse hitbox, including Ragnas.
Yep. Which makes no sense to me because there's nothing even happening behind his back. It's like at the back of his leg or something.
It's the same thing with Hakuman, actually.
Yeah, Hakuman's is even worse, I think.
That was an unfortunate burst because I feel as though Skivva didn't anticipate that 5B to land and wouldn't have confirmed. But Darksphere bursted anyways, so that's really unfortunate.
Whips him low. Drops the combo, unfortunately. Oh. Alright.
That's perfect there. I think that was Darksphere's 214B that he just got grabbed out of there. Very interesting choice to use in the middle of your pressure.
Yeah, I don't know about using it as a move to get out of pressure.
Or
Obviously, it is a fatal, right? So.
Yes, I think that's 2d6B, my bad. But yeah, I'm not sure what he was going for there.
Does he have a super with quarter circles like that?
No, I believe Jubei's only supers are his install, which is 720A, and both the other two supers are D inputs.
Okay.
Oh, I never knew his install was a 720.
That's right. It is 720A.
That's gross. That's actually.
I wonder if he was trying to do crouch into 6B, which is the counter, right?
Yeah, it's the counter. The counter is Jubei's 6A and 6B are counters, but doing 6B as a counter is a little iffy because it only counters lows. Not even foot popping, it's just lows. So unless he was hard calling out a 2B there or something.
Yeah, unfortunately Jubei's counters are really, like, you have to have a really hard read on it.
Yeah, nice block on the overhead from Skivva. Oh, this is, yep, that's a free punish. Mitsu says it's 368 to install.
Oh, well, there you go. I trust Mitsu more than me. I just know I do 720.
You dang Hager player.
Just because you have a super that's 720.
Ooh. Okay, so we're seeing a little bit different pressure from Skivva. It's not tight at all. It's totally dependent on Darksphere to respect it, but it looks like Darksphere is respecting it, so I like the adjustment.
Oh, that was an ambitious burst.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that.
Oh. Carnage Scissors
I'll be right back
hitting
one second.
high.
Carnage is the secret anti-air. It's like all above Ragna for a bit there as he's dashing in.
Yeah. I do know that Darksphere likes to burst early to keep momentum going. That's interesting. He can do the other. Does this round do more than the 6C after their blood side?
I don't know which one does more damage. I think it's starter dependent.
Okay. Oh, gets clipped trying to do the special dash in, but install. If we do this right, we're going to the corner. Oh.
Let's drop the ender, so return to neutral here.
Alright, nice. Oh, no punish.
Yeah, that was a good MD, but a little slow on the 2A there.
He can combo after this, but I don't. Oh, man.
That's the active flow version, so now we're even on HP.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Unfortunate. I think Ragna's 5D moved him forward a little bit, so Jubei ends up in the corner for a little weird crossing situation. Nice tap. Alright. That's what he wants. It feels like there are moments in Darksphere's pressure where he whiffs a move and then goes into a different one. And I think Skivva, whenever he sees a hole, his first instinct is to press the button, which is getting him counter hit sometimes in situations where he shouldn't.
It's definitely dangerous. What Darksphere can do for that is just go for more frame traps.
Yeah. This is like a common thing, I think, with Ragna pressure as an example, where they do like whiff 2C sometimes, and if you're late on pressing the button, you can't really punish it. But if you know that it's gonna whiff, you can actually punish it.
Yeah.
Actually, I believe Ragna 2C whiff into 5V will catch out jumps as well. So you have to be careful about trying to jump.
We're down to the wire again.
That was actually a Jubei.
That's true.
Oh, there's the yeah. He grabbed him once again out of a move from Jubei. I saw Darksphere was in the startup, but it's just 5D, I believe.
All right. First Astral of the set, still pretty close.
Again, once again in that same corner, it looks like Darksphere was just caught out with a grab when hitting an unorthodox button on wake up.
Yeah, that's a little bit. It does look like his defense is like when you want to get out of pressure, you normally want to press your fastest button if they're up close, and whatever he's pressing is definitely not the fastest button. But you know, defense is something that I feel like every player in BlazBlue has a lot to work on. So.
And it's really important to have good defense, just because of how strong some characters' offensive options can be potentially.
Yeah.
Always gotta be something you gotta watch out for.
Oh, we've seen that a couple times.
Yeah, Nightmare Edge in neutral, just working out.
Oh, unfortunate drought gets him punished.
Nice
bait.
DP.
Not too big of a punish, but
A punish is a punish, right? Take what you can get.
Yep.
Ragna's HP is very small. Damage is add up.
Yep. That, and he got him to the corner too. So, or now he's just going back to
I
neutral.
thought he would install there, but looks like he doesn't need it. Cleans it out with the super.
You know, when Jubei applies this mark from hitting a sense point with a drive, his distortion, I believe, does more damage and also crosses up. But I just find it funny that usually you would do his distortion after a D move. So you put yourself in the corner, and then you would teleport behind them, and then you put yourself in the corner again. Wouldn't it be better as if he didn't do that, and you put your and he got out of the corner? I don't know.
Who knows what the design choices were. Mori works in mysterious ways, but Darksphere, I guess him with the purple, yeah.
Actually, we've seen a lot of pearls from Darksphere, and they've all worked out. So it looks like Skivva's gonna have to work on the grab tech finger there.
It's true. I don't know if he's doing them on purpose or if he's just not letting the hit stun play out a little bit longer for the green grab.
I'm sure it's most likely the latter.
Yeah.
I know like a lot of players that haven't quite mastered their characters yet tend to rush their overall block strings and their mix-ups and all that. And if they sometimes what people like to do, or sometimes what people tend to do is they'll do a really fast block string into a grab, but it comes out as a purple because they don't quite understand the timing yet. It's very common.
True. All right. So we are tied up now. I think, like I thought, this is going to be a pretty momentum-based set.
Yeah, it's 3-3, so very close.
Yeah.
Darksphere doesn't quite get the whip punish, but manages to open up Skivva with the low. And now, starts to continue in pressure, goes back to neutral.
Yeah, it's very easy for Jubei just to like, realize, okay, I'm not going to open it up here and just turn to
and just go
neutral.
back.
It's flipped by the last low.
Actually, do either of you guys know what Jubei's 3C is?
No.
It's interesting because Jubei's 3C is he swings upwards initially and then he hits low.
Oh, that's
And the
his
first-
3C?
Yeah, it's a two-hit 3C where the first hit's a mid, but the second hit's a low, and the first hit is jump cancelable, so it's important in his combos. It looks really weird. There's no way you think it's a 3C without looking at it initially.
That's
And
interesting.
I just bring it up because that was a 3C you can open up with earlier.
Yep. Darksphere decides to invest 50 meter for that little extra damage. Oh,
Oh.
also goes into OD. What do you got for us? He.
Alright. A little bit ambitious there, no rapid or anything, but
Rebel 2, action!
That seems to be just the overall story for Darksphere, right? He's going for like these really big ambitious plays and reads, but most of the time they don't seem to be working out, unfortunately.
well, I think he has most of the initiative in this matchup, it feels like, so in that sense I think he's doing fine, but when it's not his turn, it's really if he doesn't get to jump out, then there's got a lot of problems going on.
Gets
There we
opened up by the
go.
6 beat.
Didn't quite get the micro dash, but
Got the roll, but no capitalization on that. Oh, that's a punish for sure.
yeah, actually the first hit of Nightmare Edge is not super unsafe, but the second hit is super unsafe.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
that's why a
first
lot
hit
of
might-
Ragna stopped at the first one.
The initial Nightmare Edge as he's falling down is a 0 on the block. Oh, just got the backdash there. Oh, I got caught hitting the button or something.
You know, I like the. I mean, that was a super aggressive play. He just decided to use his install drive straight in and then use his OD to try and keep his turn. But Skivva had the counter OD and was able to close that one out.
Yeah, finish it with an empty Trump EA. Definitely something you don't see every day.
Jube the blood edge.
Yeah, it's just one of those scenarios where both players are blocking and you're just sort of guessing, like, are they going to hit a button first or are they going to flinch? So, Darksphere did end up flinching, so. But, you know, hindsight's 2020. If he kept blocking, maybe Skivva would have done something weird and
Rebel 1,
counter hit him or something. So.
Maybe just gone for a straight DP. Who knows? Who knows?
Oh,
That's a
doesn't quite-
very rare confirm.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Hell's Fang counter hit in the air. Unfortunately, it wasn't a full one though. That's
this
punish.
is a punish.
Just keeping it safe with EA. That's fine. Get your active flow.
One thing Skivva could definitely be doing a little bit better is getting these crouch confirms in, considering he's playing against Jubei. So like go for that 5B, C, 5C, 6C into that appropriate crouch confirm route. Because I do notice that sometimes he's going to invest meter when he doesn't have to, just to continue a combo when he could have done it for free.
Perhaps he's worried about the range. There's a certain range of 6C will whiff. However, one thing of note is if you can land 5C, the first hit of 6C will always hit. So the second hit might whiff, but worst case scenario, you do 5B, 5C, 6C, 1 into Hell's Fang, which even then adds a slight bit of damage, right?
Yeah.
So,
action!
We saw right there, Skivva actually could have killed with a different combo, but He does end up closing it out anyway. That definitely should not have worked.
Yeah, I guess Darksphere was a little bit too slow on the follow.
Yeah. That actually happens a lot with Jin 6A or Terami 214C or whatever it is,
Yeah.
where
They hit
if you
you.
get hit by it, you can't mash back, right? It doesn't actually.
If you get hit by it.
Yeah, if you get hit by it. On block though, it's
Yeah.
the opponent's turn for sure.
Ouch. Should be it. Alright, so Skivva counter punching 5-3 now.
That's right.
Skivva's picking himself back up here. In fact, at the end there, we saw that it was actually Ragna who whiff punished Jubei.
Please select your
The other way around. The Darksphere has been relying a lot on just dash up 214C, which is like where he just spins around in the air. And he was just slightly out of range there, and then allowed Ragna to whiff punish him.
Yeah, on
I don't-
whiff that thing is pretty bad. So
Yeah, I do know a lot of Jubeis just like to do that just to end neutral, because as soon as like they hit or block by it, they can cancel with their install / rapid, and then they just win neutral.
yeah.
And it just covers this huge distance on the screen, and it's fully active. But yeah, on whiff, not the best for sure, as we saw.
Rebel 1.
Alright. Alright, counter hits. It allows him to get a little combo going. Whoa, ID backwards on Wake Up.
In the corner. Whoa, he's doing it again.
I'm not really sure what he's avoiding there, but
Can you
both
even
times
avoid
it got unpunished.
Well, I guess
don't know.
technically it would dodge 2B.
Yeah.
Skivva has been getting a lot of mileage out of air grabs though, so Darksphere gonna have to take note of this. Oh, that didn't hit. Should be Corner Town.
A lot of respect coming for Darksphere. He's aware that Skivva can potentially do a DPRC. Oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is turning real bad.
No,
Oh,
drops
he
the
did
combo,
drop the
but
combo.
man, whips punishes
Ah.
DP.
Not a full punish though, so we're still here living on the edge of those players, and the trade was not in Skivva's favor.
Yeah, that's something that sometimes happens where you try to punish a DP and you don't realize that Ragna's still in the air, so you get an air hit and you're not used to it. So. Uh-oh. DP's flying fast and furious.
Oh, got
Skivva already down.
But there
I
we
was
go, we
gonna
got
say half his life, but
a little more than that, but we finally got that purple tech though.
That's right.
that's true.
Oh. Wait, what?
that- I'm gonna assume that was some kind of air grab reset.
Yeah.
gone
Yeah.
wrong.
I think Skivva either teched a different direction or just delayed his tech so it didn't work.
Skivva approaching very carefully, manages to find a way in with IDJC.
Uh-oh.
Punish! A little bit too slow on the punish there.
Oh no!
The double overhead from the air.
It's the Ragna trap, the 2D Hell's thing. Everybody knows it.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people in general like to end their pressure 2D dead spike, but dead spike's a special move. You can throw it literally anywhere you want. You can do like
You did
5C.
5C. That's
You can do just 5B dead spike if you
Yeah.
want to. Most people get hit, or not get hit, but like at least be forced to block that because they won't be expecting it.
One thing that some Ragna players do though is they're aware that people tend to jump after 2D anticipation of dead spike, so they'll
Yeah.
do Hell's Fang to catch that jump.
Hell's Fang will catch jump. You could do Blood Scythe if you know they're gonna mash jump and keep your turn.
Yeah.
Plenty of options, but
Starting. Rebel 1.
unfortunately Dead Spike is like the common option.
Yeah.
Oh, hard read there.
No combo, but hey, 1500 damage, 15% of Ragna's health, right?
1500
I
is
don't-
1500.
I don't know if I've ever looked closely at Jubei's air throw. It's a really funny animation.
Just spins them around and slams them.
Yeah. Alright, we've seen this before. Oh!
That was the hard call out on something.
Probably a DP read. Oh, the OD hesitation. Oh, you
Drops
can't
the
see-
3C again.
3C. not realizing OD's still there, so EA comes in handy.
Gets caught low though. Technically, if he knows the combo, he can kill off
Yeah, I
this.
think this will kill if he knows it.
No, it's
That's
off for the
the
fireball
OP
Loki,
in
but
there.
overhead,
That's-
yeah, finishes the job there.
You know, funnily enough, I think we've seen Darksphere use the instant overhead, so I'm surprised he's just not doing that to close it out instead of his special overhead RC.
I think he's been messing it up a lot, which is why he's been hesitating on doing it.
Okay.
Oh.
With 100 meter on Skivva at the end of that round, he would have just been mashing DP and it would have worked. It would have been pretty safe too, considering he had 100 meter.
Momentum shift. I don't know, like, Jubei doesn't have too much he can do on wake up, so. I don't think he had the OD there, but
Yeah.
he does the route, it should close it out.
Opts for the corner non-side swap combo there, closes it out, very good. Yeah, I don't think he had to OD either, but you know, if it closed the round and you're more confident in it killing, then why not?
And there's still like a good chance that he's gonna have his burst back by the end of the round, anyways, for the next one, so or for this one.
It's the power of OD.
Yep.
It's true.
Nice jump
He
out.
did.
Oh.
He switched up the pressure, but then fell back into the
trap?
2D dead spike,
Yeah.
and then that was what cost him his turn. Okay. Hard knockdown. There you go.
Being really tricky with these grab resets.
Yeah,
Uh,
while Skivva himself hasn't been too on point with the purple grab breaking, he's been getting a lot of mileage up, just grabs in general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think grabs in general are very strong tools at this level of play.
Please select your character.
Yeah, I agree.
Ragna, the Blooded, Jubei.
What is that now? 6-4. So this is match point for Skivva. And you know, in a weird way, this is going sort of similarly to yesterday's set, where I feel like Skivva just has to play the solid game, and Darksphere is the one that has to use his initiative to take advantage
The
of it.
wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
But we'll see if he can pull it out. Ouch.
And that was scratch curve as well, but
Yep.
Darksphere did not want to take that, so he got the burst.
The very first Gala Hades. Actually, yeah, we
Yeah,
haven't seen
that-
Gala Hades at all.
Yeah, now that you mention it,
Yeah.
He didn't actually do the follow-up, he just did the counter hit into a normal combo. So. Interesting routing there,
Oh,
but this is all Skivva right now.
Yeah, Darksphere being a little bit impatient in defense.
Alright, gets... Okay.
setting the meter for extra damage there.
Oh,
Oh, that definitely could have been a punish, but it looks like Darksphere hesitated.
nice block. We've seen that so many times, where he does the Hellfang RC into 6D.
It's interesting he goes for a 6D of all things, but it's working, so. 2B anti-air. Is there anything that button does not do?
Everything.
Everything!
Everything.
Yeah, it probably looks so close. Also, yes, I actually did make the overlay different.
Oh, I
so
thought
that
I
you guys
updated
could
it.
see that, but I don't
yeah.
remember if I sent it or not, did
I think he did, and I remember updating it, but
I? Okay, well,
apparently,
we'll have
apparently
that ready.
Streamlabs doesn't like me.
Oh no, what's happening?
Those were 2 free punishes, and Darksphere just ended up blowing his OD for no reason.
Soil.
Yeah, I
Side-
don't know why
Panic
he
is huge.
jumped and OD'd. A little unfortunate, actually very unfortunate, but
There we go.
oh,
okay.
the confidence burst.
Do
We're
it.
swinging for the fences.
Do it.
Classic crossover.
Alright, well, he managed to actually burn Skivva's burst. He's actually pretty close to his burst, so in hindsight, you could say maybe it was worth. Because now
Oh.
Skivva's down a burst when he wouldn't have been before. But we'll see how the third round goes.
Yes, Darksphere up quite a lot of burst right now. Uh-oh.
Nice
So
tech.
there we go. We got the grab text.
That's been happening a lot, is Darksphere meeting Skivva air to air and getting the hit first.
Yep.
Ooh, confirmed.
Spending the meter for the damage there.
Oh.
There goes his active flow, unfortunately, so he won't be getting that extra bonus damage.
Actually, Skivva's getting close to getting his OD back.
If he gets active, like, oh,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
me back.
yeah.
This just
Nice.
changed a lot.
Skivva potentially, well, he has it. Oh, also the OD.
Oh, no,
Hail
that's
Mary,
bad.
Hellspank drops the combo.
Oh, but that doesn't work. I'm not sure if that doesn't work on Jubei, if he was just too late. That's a little finicky.
Don't
Usually-
you hear? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Living on the edge, both players
He's
here.
gotten hit out of that exact scenario so many times, and the one time it doesn't
Wow.
work, he's gonna win off.
But Darksphere manages to edge out in the neutral there, still living. The score is now 5-6.
Oh yeah, okay, so there's the overlay now.
Yeah. I guess it's just an update before. So yeah, Darksphere not quite out yet.
5-6.
Yeah, clutches is
Yeah,
out.
we're getting more panicked as the set comes to the end. But, you know, in some ways I think scrambling is its own skill set, so,
Being able to scramble effectively.
yeah,
Yeah.
like bacon scramble.
The bacon scramble is very unique. We don't talk about that one.
Are we talking about bacon the player or like scrambled bacon like the food?
Play.
Oh, we're not talking about scrambled bacon?
No, that sounds gross. If there's anything you scramble, it's eggs. But regardless, we're not dealing with that.
The wheel of fate
No,
is
but here
turning.
we go.
Rebel
We are
1.
still at set point for Skivva, but Darksphere has shown that he can edge out in these tough situations.
And Darksphere not too far behind, of course.
Oh, he actually delayed it a little bit so that 5A missed.
Yep.
JC, of course. Oh,
These
tried
are
to go
some-
for the aircraft.
Yeah, I don't. Does that even aircraft reset? Does that work?
I think Darksphere delayed his attack, so
Okay.
I think it does. Oh,
Another purple.
We got the purple.
yeah. I wonder if he timed that correctly with the green grab, and that's what he's going for.
Well, you have to wait to do it because he, in that scenario, the fireball actually hit Skivva, so he was in a disadvantage gun.
Does that work? I was gonna say, I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
that works.
not invulnerable, so.
That'd be crazy if that worked.
Rebel 2. Action.
Alright. Oh my god.
The backwards hitbox of Edge. Blood Scythe hits him.
Oh no, that's super punishable. Nice corner awareness.
Yep.
And this is looking good for Skivva.
Yeah, Darksphere on his last bit of health here, no burst as well, but does get the 2v, no full confirm though.
Oh, tries
We'll
to bait
just-
out a DP. Oh, so much respect coming from these two players. Goes for the.
Okay,
see it
it's an
overhead.
overhead. I don't agree with the burst there because I'm pretty sure that only does like 1,000
There
damage.
should be death
with the-
if he finishes
with the
combo here.
death.
He does not.
No.
Oh, but that's DP.
I know exactly what that was. He wanted to continue the combo as if he wasn't in his install, but he was, so his drive was different, and he screwed up the combo and died for it. That's unfortunate.
Unfortunate. So that is 7-5 Ragna, 100% win rate, best character in Mid-Level Masters Season 2.
You know, it's Ragna is smack dab in the middle of the tier list, so that's why he should be the best character in mid-level Masters. That's my logic.
So, hello.
Oh, sorry. My mic got a little freaky there. But yes, it looks like Skivva did edge out 7-5 with, as you guys said, 2 wins on Ragna.
Woo!
What a broken
Ragna.
character.
It's so busted in mid-level. SMH.
It's true, it's true. But regardless, that is victory for Skivva, so he will be staying in Masters. Actually, he'll have a chance to move up into Grandmasters if he beats the Masters players. So
yeah.
Darksphere unfortunately will be moving to relegation. There's still a chance for him, but in case you guys aren't sure what I'm talking about, you do have a chance to enter this event. Of course, if you're a mid-level player. So if you want to enter mid-level Masters 3, which has 2 spots to get into this, it's in the announcement channel, or I can post it in the chat.